Hello and welcome back to the Betfred Crucible. It's the third day of the Betfred.com World Snooker Championship here in Sheffield. The snooker has been outstanding, but arguably the best game so far has got to have been Stephen Hendry versus the 18-year-old Chinese lad, Zhang Anda. The young Chinese lad who now plays out of Romford took Stephen Hendry all the way. He was leading 9-7, but the seven-time world champion showed real true grit and determination to get back, and he won the match 10-9. He is now just relieved to be still here in Sheffield.
9-7 down is not looking good, and fortunately managed to dig out a result.
What was going through your mind at 9-7?
Basically that I was beat, because he wasn't missing at that stage. I was 7-5 up, and for 4 frames he hardly missed a ball. And he was in the balls at 9-7, missed a black off a spot to split the pack. So yeah, I thought I was going out the first round, which was sort of going to cap off a pretty miserable season. So I was pretty down.
You used your experience though and ground it out in the end.
Yeah, I've done that. It's my 25th year here, and the amount of times I've done that while I've been here is incredible. It's something deep that you can dig on. It doesn't always come out, but last night just something clicked into place, and I just played really well the last 3 frames.
It may only be small, but it looks to have a big future in the game.
Yeah, I mean, his performance over the last 2 days was superb. I mean, he showed no nerves. He was very composed in the balls. His long potting was fantastic. Whether it was just rising to the occasion with nothing to lose, you don't know. But if he plays like that next season, he's got a great chance of going up the rankings.
You've just played in the best match of the tournament so far. You and Mark Selby, that could be a cracker as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, if both of us play to form, it should be a great match. But you never know. I'm just relieved to be through that one.
So a relieved Stephen Hendry is staying in Sheffield, but I'm joined by a man who knew all about this young Chinese player, Hector Nuns from the Daily Express snooker writer. Hector, at the draw at Wembley back in March, you told me about this young 18-year-old.
That's right, Mark. Well, I think a couple of us had seen him at the qualifiers, and I remember before he played John Parrott, one of his victims there, he was something like 2,000, 2,500 to 1, and he didn't look like a 2,500 to 1 shot at that time. And I've just kept an eye on him ever since, and I think he beat Andrew Higginson, who's a very good player. He beat Ricky Walden 10-8 at the qualifiers to get here, and came out and made 2 centuries, sort of bang bang to qualify. It was very impressive, and I tipped him up in the Express on Saturday morning and said, if he gets a reasonable start, Hendry could have a bit of a match on his hands, and I have to say, so it proved, and I think we all enjoyed it.
Some big pots from me, a young lad from China, wasn't there?
Well, he was fearless. He's fearless. I talked to 1 or 2 of the Chinese journalists, and they said he wasn't going to have any nerves. He'd never been to the Crucible, didn't know what it meant really, no fear of the place. And I think a lot of the venues in China, they're much bigger arenas, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 seater places. The Crucible's only a few hundred, and I think he just took it all in his stride. And very, very unlucky not to go through. But Hendry's done that many times over the years, so it meant a few rewrites for us journalists.
What have you made of the tournament so far? Certainly from a bookmaking point of view, we think it's wide open.
I think it's shaping up very nicely. I don't think many of us expected too many shocks in the first round. I think we thought a lot of the big guns would get through without too many problems, and that seems to be the way it's proving. We've had obviously John Higgins, Mark Selby are comfortably through. Ali Carter, a former finalist, is through as well against somebody who he might have had a few problems against in Jamie Cope. So apart from Marco Fu, all the seeds were through in the first few days, and I don't sort of anticipate that changing too much.
Okay, thanks so much, Hector. So we've just mentioned Alistair Carter there. He was the beaten finalist in 2008. He's through to the next round, and I caught up with him earlier today.
Yeah, felt good and bad really. Pleased to get through. Didn't play the best I've ever played, but it's all about playing good match play snooker, and I've done that today. So pleased to get through.
And you got off to a great start yesterday. Yeah,
7-1 up. Disappointed not to be 8-1 really, but Jamie would be very disappointed as well to be 8-1. So to be 7-2, sorry. But yeah, the first session certainly broke the back of the match for me.
And how did it feel to be out there at the Crucible again?
Yeah, it's great. It's just great to come back here and play, and to still be in the tournament. It's a great tournament now, sponsored by Betfred, and it's a great atmosphere here.
And how do you think your form is?
Yeah, all right. Nothing great. Just plodding along really. And if I start playing half decent, then we'll see what happens.
How do you find the table?
Our table's very nice. Yeah, the venue's great. New carpet's nice. Nice underfoot. So baize is nice underhand. So everything's good.
Well, without getting carried away, could we see your name on the Champions Board one day?
Well, you never know your luck, do you? Maybe not. Who knows?
So Ali Carter safely through to the last 16. He'll play Joe Perry on Saturday. Right, we're in the press room at the moment. The headlines tonight: Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, is winning 7-2. That match finishes tomorrow afternoon. Plus tonight we get Steve Davis versus Mark King. Mark Williams finishes. It is turning into an absolutely fantastic tournament. Don't forget our new coupon as well. Points galore. When it reaches a ton, you've won. It's as simple as that. You're just trying to pick frames where you think there'll be 100 or more points, and you're a winner. We'll see you soon.